Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Last time, we finished up the UFO side quest and took on some really powerful monsters on the islands closest to Heaven and Hell. Since then, I have returned to a previous save file, went back, drew all the spells that I wanted to there. By the way, Squall is sitting at, I've rearranged my spells, he is sitting at 53 Ultimas, so I've got 47 more to go in order to max out for one set of characters. Or, well, I guess 3 characters. Half of my characters. This is Obel Lake. This is the most tedious side quest in the game, and if you do not have Encounter None yet, get that first, because you don't want to do this without it. It's torture. Anyway, the first thing you want to do is you want to come to this lake. This is Obel Lake. Let's try humming. Black shadow rose to the surface. Let's try humming again. Well, the black shadow is talking to us, though we cannot see it. Something large there, huh? Okay. What do you want? Mr. Monkey. You want me to find Mr. Monkey. I'm sure you'll find him if you just randomly walk around a forest. Video game! There's forests everywhere! How the hell am I supposed to figure this out? Well, the first time I played this game, I had access to, not a full walkthrough, but a friend of mine had a gaming magazine that happened to have like a couple of pages. It had the seed answers, and it had information on this particular quest. Can't remember what other information it had, but I remember learning a whole whack about the game from that particular magazine. Here's a monkey. Sing. Thick. Throw a rock at it. Well, we found the monkey. Doesn't really accomplish anything that we found the monkey, but let's go and tell him we found a monkey. Trying my best, but there's no way I can make this particular episode all that entertaining. Unfortunately, this quest just sucks. Let's try humming again. Relay the whereabouts of Mr. Monkey. Thank you. Now, what the game will do now is every time you talk to this guy, he will relay different clues. There are 6 clues in total, and I'm just going to keep talking to him until he relays all of them. He won't just spam the same ones over and over and over again. So we had information about a beach in Balam, mountaintop with a lake and a cavern, take time off at El Beak Peninsula, beach in Balam, take a break at a railroad bridge. Okay. Balam, Lake, Balam. Something on an island east of Timber, too. Yeah, we already heard that one. Eldbeak, Railroad Bridge. Now, I did a dry run of this before recording today because I wanted to be able to do this relatively quickly, and there was one hint that I could not get him to provide for me, but it doesn't really matter because I could do it anyway. It's kind of weird, so I'll just talk to him a few more times here, see if he'll give me the other hint. He probably won't. Yeah, fine, whatever. So let's just go and start doing some of these things that he's talked about. The first one is probably the most difficult, I would say, to find. You need to go and you need to find this river, find the prison over there, and go land on this little strip of land. And if you go over here, take a break at a railroad bridge. Insert groan here. It also is indication, depending on the source, that there are many pieces, many draw points at railroad bridges, or railroads, and oops, that's the wrong button, throughout the game. So you can find other ones. There's an arrow spell on top of one of the bridges around here. Maybe it's that one. Stuff like that. I showed off the Asuna one on Balam continent earlier in the game. It was in the tunnel. So yeah, there's lots of these little things that you can find on these continents. Next, we have an island. Can I land on the island, please? Video game? Thank you. Video game. Video game. Land on the frickin' island. Land on the island, please. Thank you. Okay, we'll get a little bit away from that. Found a piece of rock by your foot. Handmade carving, and it's got... Every time I look at this, for whatever reason, the first thing that comes to mind is Melchior. Anyway, there was some gibberish there, so let's go to this one. I don't know what it is, but when I was testing this out a few minutes ago, this one gave me more of a problem than anything else. It just wouldn't show up. The spot that you're supposed to be is pretty much right here. Found a rock by your foot, but it was just a rock. For whatever reason, I came here and it would always just say nothing. I could not find anything. Eventually, it won't just say it's just a rock, and you'll get the correct response here. You just have to keep moving around, pressing the button. They were saying something about it being on the shore, and it sometimes washes ashore. Unfortunately, it's not consistent, and it's tedious. So we'll cut until the game wants to behave. Or it could just do that. That works too. This one has more gibberish on that. There's not even a vowel in this sentence or in this word. I have no idea what you guys are on. These guys are all on crack. All right, so we got that one there. Well, we're already up here, so let's go up here. One of the hints that we got is had something to do with a peninsula, and that peninsula was the Eldbeak Peninsula in the Trabia region. And here we want to go up and around here, and we found a stone pillar, something written on it. Now, if you remember the hint for this one, it said, take some time off at Eldbeak Peninsula. Well, if you look through the capitalized letters there, there's TRE, then the word time, and then there's some other letters, and then there's the word off, and some other letters. Well, if you take time, the word time and the word off away from that, it spells treasure at Mind Isle. This quest is kind of obtuse. It's really stupid. But, you know, it is what it is. So, Mind Isle. Mind Isle, we probably could have gone the other way. But, anyway, is actually down, not quite down that far, is right over here. Mind Isle is part of the Essar region. This is Mind Isle. So, no, I'm going the wrong way. Where is it? There we go. Okay, so look at this island facing this direction, and look at the patterns. You see how this is kind of a circular thing here? It goes up and around down that way, and then it goes up this way and around that way. Well, it kind of looks, I don't know, maybe like a bird or something. But anyway, just go to kind of the middle area of it, and right around here, we found a luck junction scroll. That's random. But yeah, I'm not sure how you're supposed to figure out any of this without walkthrough. Like I said, the first time I played the game, I had access to a walkthrough. Wasn't really something I was going for, but the only reason I did any of this was because of the walkthrough that I had access to. Over here, you'll find a number of forests. That's the region we're looking for down there. And you'll... Hey, I know what that sound means. Well, there is actually something interesting that happened in this episode after all. We learned Wishing Star, and I will not be learning anything else that you have to learn because these are the only two of value, in my opinion. You know, you can fight for Angela Search, and it does have its value, but for how I want to play the game, nah. No, won't learn anything. That's exactly what I wanted. So we got Shooting Star. That's great. Now, if we look around this grassy field, this place has rubble lying among the grass. And if you press the button again, it says absolutely nothing. The hint that you're supposed to get to direct you down there is called south of here, there used to be a village surrounded by forests. And you literally get nothing. And whenever I hear surrounded by forests, I'm always going to think back to Princess Mononoke. Go watch the film. I've mentioned this like, I don't know, a half dozen times at various points through my LP career. Yeah, some career. But yeah, go watch that film. It is excellent. In fact, I need to watch it again. I bought the Blu-ray to update my copy here. One of the other hints that we got, and I think the last of them, said something to do with a mountain, and what else did it say? Mountaintop with a lake and a cavern. Well, it's got a hole in the wall, and it's got a waterfall. Bird is warming an egg. There, we'll check it out. I don't know if you can run away from this fight, but considering what happened last time and me having to redo things and me not wanting to redo things today, we're going to kill them. By the way, Brunoa should be able to demonstrate her instant death ability right there. That's what it looks like. And you fall down. Good enough. Squall gained another level because he wasn't high enough level as is. You found a piece of rock there. And it's got more gibberish. Well, let's give you something better to work on, even though I don't really care for it. It's something. Almost got speed plus 40. Ooh, baby. And everyone else is working on crap. That's fine. I guess a VIII junction's not bad. Okay, so we went and we did all the little things that this guy told us to do, including one that he didn't tell us to do. So let's go back and talk to him again. Try humming. Well, sometimes he's going to be nice, and sometimes he's not going to be nice. I already went there. There we go. Eventually, if you keep repeating it, he will give you some additional information. Okay, this time we actually got the line to show up. For whatever reason, last time it didn't. Mr. Monkey had a rock like this, I think. Do I have to? Okay, you just have to move away from it and come back. Now we have to try throwing a rock. And because Squall's not very good at skipping rock, it sank. Well, this time we got 4. 3 again. Now, the point here is to get lucky, and it's completely random. A couple of sources I've read said something about 5 skips work, but that didn't work for me in my test run. The only thing that works is if you get the line saying the rock skipped many, many times. Just like that. Gotta love simplicity. I expected to have to do that off screen because, you know, tediousness. That's pretty much the name of this side quest. It's the tedious lake quest. Well, that tells you to go over here. Now, for whatever reason, you have to do the skipping thing, and I don't know how you figure out that, but you come in here, and normally, when you threw the rock, he just disappeared into the forest. But once you've skipped it many, many times, he gets mad at you and calls you a dork, an idiot, and says that your mom wears combat boots. If this is some kind of an insult, it goes way over my head. The only thing I think of is a comedy from the UK that came out after this game, so I know it's not a reference to that. The only thing that comes to mind. But anyway, you try and throw a rock at him again, you get, ouch, darn it, you're gonna pay for that. And he threw a rock at you. This one has more gibberish. Must be all of them. Well, they still don't make any sense. So, one more time, let's go back to Obel Lake. This time, let's try humming. No, I don't want to go there. I would like you to... There we go. Now, the clue here would probably make a lot more sense to the original audience, a Japanese audience. In order to figure out what this says, you must read it from right to left, top to bottom. So starting on the right, we go M-O-R-D, R-E-D-P, etc. So it spells out Mordred Plains has treasure. I wonder what it means, indeed. So that's your indication that we're going to go to Mordred Plains. Again, trying to figure this out without a map that tells you what region is what would probably be tedious. Unfortunately, well, I guess fortunately, I have access to maps that show me these things, which is very nice. So this here is Mordred Plains. This is north of the Estar region. There's actually a mountain range that goes through the whole thing. This entire section of the area is completely encased in mountains, and you only have access to it after getting to Disc 3 and getting the Ragnarok. There are many multicolored rocks with faces all over the place. Now, here there are four different types of rocks, and they each have something different to say. The black rocks, they just repeat the same thing. The treasure is probably in the direction of the North Star. That's all they'll say. The white rocks, they talk gibberish. Ignore them. The black rock says the same thing. The black rock still says the same thing. Let's try and rotate the camera here. Get us facing north here. Yeah, I know, you said that already. The blue rock. Now, the blue rocks, what they do is they tell you little hints about what the other rocks say. So in this case, some of us just repeat the same thing, which, from what we've seen, is obviously the black rocks. The red-faced rocks tell you where the treasure is, but they give you the opposite indication. So they say the treasure is to the west, meaning the treasure is actually to the east. So basically, we just keep telling you, so it's to the south, so we need to go a little bit north. Now, because this is extremely tedious, and I don't want this to go on forever, I'm going to now cut, because apparently, yeah, so it's to the south, so we still have to go north. So basically, just keep following what these guys say until eventually it says this. When the red-faced rock yells angrily and says the treasure's not here, nothing happens. You press the X button one more time, and you get 3 stars. Whoop-de-shit. Not only are 3 stars not particularly good, they give you the Expand 3-to-1 ability, which means when you're under the triple status, and you cast 3 of the same spell, you only consume 1 from your inventory. So it's vaguely nice, I guess, but not really. To tell you how crappy that is, card mod. Squall's card gives me 3 of them. And I don't even need those ones, because I don't cast that much magic. I don't need to cast 3 of the same spell that often, other than maybe Aura or Cure. But then again, you know, I have Mega Potions. I have Elixirs. Hell, I even have a couple of Mega Elixirs, and I can probably get more. In fact, I wonder. Right off the top of my head here, recovery, or medicine level up. Elixirs. I can get more Mega Elixirs. Cool. But yeah, that is the Obel Lake side quest. It is one of the most tedious and least rewarding side quests in the entire game. And it's really boring to do because it's just back and forth. You can start this quest much earlier in the game, but you can't finish it. And since we have the Ragnarok now giving us the ability to do all of it in one video, I think that makes more sense than trying to do little bits of it, since 1, we don't get any treasure from it earlier on, and 2, the treasure sucks anyway. So anyway, that's pretty much all we're going to do for today. But that's not all we can do. There's still some more we can get done before we decide to, you know, go and take out Ultimacia and actually get things done. Saving the world is nice, but I kinda want to get the last 2 GFs that there are in the game first. Well, next time, those of you who've played this game already know where I'm going with this, let's go after those last 2 GFs. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.